back here in Knoxville Raceway. Thank you guys for joining us for our second annual event here from the Knoxville Speedway. It's the Knoxville Nationals presented by Dirtman Photography. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. I'm Kelan Belsha, joined by my friend Shane DiMantova. Shane here for single car qualifying right now. We'll see who's staging right now. We're a little behind, of course, because we've been dealing with all of this. J.J. Hill calling them out one by one. I believe Garrett Cooper will be next out. Don't know who's out right now, but Garrett Cooper will be the next driver to go out. Here comes Cooper.
Austin Griffey's on track currently, Kelan.
Yeah, but he just finished his lap, so it's going to be Garrett Cooper now.
Perfect.
Boom.
How's it
All
going,
right.
Kelan?
Oh, it's going all right. Have had some issues early, so about these first 20 minutes, haven't been too great, but Garrett Cooper out there right now, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for HRI Helms Racing out of Biloxi, Mississippi. It's Garrett Cooper. Cooper starting his first timed lap this evening in that number 6 machine. His last few events his last feature came with a 6th place finish at Bristol last Monday. Lap number 1 for Cooper is a 15.534. 15.534, 16th quickest for Cooper. Cooper's made 5 feature starts this season with 3 top 10 finishes, a 6th and 2 10th place finishes. Lap number 2 for Garrett Cooper will be a 15.432, 6th place. And now next out is the number 1 machine of Cody Meadows. Cody Meadows for AOD Racing out of Martinsville, Virginia. He is the Mud Digger, the Season 1 champion, the number 1 machine of Cody Meadows. Meadows starting his first timed lap this evening, sitting second in points, are now 65 points behind Andrew May. Last week at Bristol ran 2 races, picking up 2 4th place finishes, most recent way coming in the Ironman at Cedar Lake. Lap number 1 for Cody Meadows. Going to take one more lap, a 16.217, 16.217, 17th quick for Meadows. Meadows now entering his second timed lap here in the most prestigious event of the season. Meadows working it through 3 and 4, and his second timed lap will be faster with a 15.433, 8th quickest. Next out will be the number 99 machine. 99 machine is filled by the Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for HRI Helms Racing, coming out of Dallas, Texas, number 99 machine of Rylan Pearson. Pearson in a fresh new paint scheme there, Shane, looking great. That's a trend that we're going to be following all week long, is those new paint schemes, some throwbacks and fresh new looks. Pearson sporting one of them as he starts his first time lap. Most recent finish coming at 14th last Monday at Bristol Dirt. Got second in the Ironman on June the 8th. Catches the berm a little bit in lap number 1 for Pearson is a 15.383. Nice lap, 4th quick. Looking to improve on it for how late he went out. That is a pretty good lap time for Pearson. Pearson's second lap time this time around is going to be a 15.377, slightly faster. And now going out after him will be his HRI Helms Racing teammate, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor with number 11 machine out of Sylvania, Ohio. It's Tyler No. Tyler No gonna come start his first timed lap this evening. No on a tear as of late. Most recent result came second at Bristol Dirt last Tuesday evening. Tied for his best finish of the season with the May 18th Williams Grove standout performance for him. Another slick looking paint scheme right there for the number 11 of Tyler No. Lap number 1 completed for him, a 15.757, 19th quick for the number 11. Tyler No had some good luck on his season so far, very good on a slick racetrack. That's something I've noticed about him. Going to come complete his second lap, doubly faster with a 15.480, 16th quick. And next out, our last in our pill draw order before we go to the late entries, number 4 machine of Cameron McCone. McCone, supposed to be in a new paint scheme.
He was supposed to, but, the guy up here in the broadcast booth is a little busy today, and, I come up with a million excuses, but, just didn't get to it.
Well, he's still got a good paint scheme out there. That's
yeah, I love that car. And That's one of my favorites for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you got whipped up for him tomorrow night, though. McCone representing M&M Motorsports in Asheville, North Carolina. Lap number 1 for him was a 15.534, 20th quick for McCone. McCone, to this point this season, sits 9th in points, 13th place finish at Bristol last Tuesday. Lap number 2 for McCone is a little bit slower with a 15.543, and next out, first of our late entries, number 76 machine, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor, Samuel Raber. Samuel Raber going to come start his first timed lap of the evening. Trying to make his first career A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series event this evening, making a debut in that number 76 machine. One of the late entries actually just got into the league about 20 minutes before the race started. Starting his second and only lap to this point, as the session was a little glitchy on those behind him. It's a 15.460 for Raber. 14th quick. As next out should be the 006 of Rylan Gray, another late entry into the Knoxville Nationals. He's racing on behalf of SSR Elite Sim Racing. He is the shooting star, Rylan Gray. Racing a Kyle Larson paint scheme right there.
I love that coming from a Larson fan, especially over here.
Oh yeah, every time I see you out there racing sprint car races, you're out there in a Larson car.
You know,
it's great.
I wish I could be as good as him.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
Just a little.
Gray, yeah, Gray trying to make his 4th feature event of the season. Sits 33rd in the point standings right now. Lap number 1 of 15.535, 22nd quickest. Picked up a win at Weed Sport, one of the races we were not able to broadcast on June the 3rd earlier this season. Gray coming to complete his second time lap, and it'll be a little bit slower, a 15.584 for the former winner this season. Next out will be the 069 of Sammy Yaya.
Nice.
Sammy Yaya racing on behalf of Ben Porsche Racing in Caddo Mills, Texas. Nicknamed $50, as who knows why? Shane knows why. But oh yeah,
that's a long story, Kelan.
Oh yeah, very long story. One of our part-time drivers this season in the 410 series, making his first out of 10, trying to make his first out of 10 starts. Tried to race with us at Bristol last week and unfortunately did not transfer. 15.860 on his first lap, trying to improve on that this second time around. Our third to last qualifier this evening. Yaya, gonna get to the line with a 15.809, a little bit faster, will remain 23rd quickest. And next out, number 13 machine of Jaden Grouse, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor, racing for Barrett Sim Racing tonight in Louisville, Kentucky. We saw Kraus a little bit earlier this season racing with the JDR Esports bunch. Has not raced with us since Speed Sport earlier this season when he picked up a 15th place finish after only making 4 laps. Best finish of 3rd on night 2 of the Florida Nationals at the beginning of the season. Only timed lap for Kraus coming to the line this time. Going to complete his lap with a 15.647, 23rd quickest. And our last qualifier this evening, number 68 machine. Exo Consulting, Rookie of the Year contender, first slide at iSim Sports out of Mooresville, North Carolina. It's the hot rod, Joey Robinson. Robinson going to come start his first time lap this evening. Having a nice paint scheme there. Very good looking race car right there, Robinson.
Couldn't agree more.
Oh yeah. Going to come complete his first time lap. He sits 25th in points to this point this season. Picked up a 10th place finish last week. Gets sideways right there. That'll probably junk his last lap.
Yeah, I kind of just caught the worm there, Kelan, that, like you said, just did not give him a good lap.
Oh yeah, for sure that is the case, as our last qualifier this evening might be Cody Gump, as he is just now loading into the session, but right now looking like nobody's going to dethrone Aiden Forster at the top of the board. Going to take our Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award this evening unless some crazy lap comes out of that Cody Gump camp. Nice for Forrester, going to be his first Quicktime award of the season. I talked to him earlier this week, and yesterday for that matter. They had a practice race. Forrester dominated the early portions of that race, but one of the guys who caught him was the guy who dominated Bristol last week, Aiden Kirker, taking home the practice night victory yesterday. Oh, as we're going to get ready to wrap up qualifying here. Of course, I'm Kelan Belsha, joined by my friend Shane DiMantova this evening.
What a busy night.
Nice. Oh, yeah, nice to see you, Shane. How about that?
I mean, we've tried it, I think, what is that, three, 4 times already, and had some technical difficulties, unfortunately, but we're here, obviously, and qualifying just almost wrapped up. We're waiting for Cody Gump to get in here and make his laps, but yeah, Kelan, Aiden Forrester, top of the board for M&M Motorsports.
And what a story for him. He's had a top 5 streak dating back to the last 6 races. He has been on top of his game as of late as Cody Gump gets ready to start his only timed lap this evening. Going to get 2 attempts at it. Gump making his first start of the season. Not an Exo Consulting rookie. He is not a rookie this season. Making a return to the series. Raced with us last season a little bit. Coming out of the Kettering, Ohio area. Shane, I know you're from Ohio. How close is that to you?
It's kind of a little bit south of me. I'm kind of towards the central portion of Ohio, but yeah, not too far from me as Gump maneuvers it into 1 and 2 for a second lap.
15.810, bottom of the board, and 26th with his first time lap. Gump gonna maneuver his race car through 3 and 4. Checkered flag, 15.700 right there, and he'll go 25th. Quick ending, qualifying Aiden Forrester on top of his game this evening. And as we get ready for our first heat of the evening, it'll be Aiden Forrester taking home the Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award, unless we get any late entries to qualifying here, and we will not. We're getting ready for our first heat of the evening, Shane. We've been anticipating this all night long. The biggest race of the season comes in Knoxville in 2 days, but the 2 next biggest are going to come right here in the Knoxville Raceway. We get ready to set your starting lineup for our first heat of what should be the most prestigious week in the AAB Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series history. Congratulations to our Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor from M&M Motorsports out of Cass City, Michigan. It's the Iceman Aiden Forrester taking home the Quicktime Award. And to his outside in heat number 1 for Powerslide Motorsports out of Daytona Beach, Florida, it's the Gator J.J. Hill.
And starting him off in the 3rd position here, the number 1 car from AOD Racing in that beautiful brand new paint scheme from Martinsville, Virginia. That is the Mud Digger Season 1 champion here in the AAB Outdoors Quicktime Series, Cody Meadows. And to his outside, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor from Troy, Missouri, the madman from Ben Porsche Racing. That is Mason Coffey.
Holding off 5th in this heat, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for HRI Helms Racing out of Sylvania, Ohio, it is Tyler No. And to his outside, for M&M Motorsports out of Asheville, North Carolina, it's the Asheville Attitude, Cameron McCole.
And starting shotgun on the field here tonight in the number 10 machine from Kettering, Ohio. Like you just mentioned, Kelan, the guy who just got in here, that's the number 10 Exo Consulting Rookie competitor, Cody Gump.
And it feels like it's been forever since we've had 4 heats on the same night. That's going to be the case this evening. And if necessary, which I believe it will be necessary, we will be heading to a C-main this evening. First time ever in Quicktime Sprint Car Series history, we will have a C-main. And 6 will be going out. 20 car feature this evening, a little bit more than what we typically get. I feel like you can't say enough about this Forrester kid, though. My goodness. 6 top 5s in a row, looking to make it 7, and what better way than to start your Knoxville Nationals off with a bang on pole for your heat and taking home the Quicktime Award. Forrester going to get on the gas, underway in heat number 1. J.J. Hill working to his outside, trying to stick with him as Meadows peeks to the inside of Hill. Hill's going to get to the outside of Forrester, and they're going to race for the lead down the backstretch, but Forrester going to slide up in front of Hill. Hill trying to get the run off the top, all over each other, 4 wide almost down the front straightaway.
That was Cody Meadows there in the middle as he now moves Mason Coffey out of the way. Coffey drops back now to the 5th position, and he's in the wall. Mason Coffey catching some airtime, and he's still got his hands full going into turn number 3 back up front. And Forrester first, Cody Meadows second there as he's now making a charge to the front.
Meadows looking all over that Steve Kinzer throwback of Aiden Forrester right there. Sitting behind him is Tyler No, who took over third from J.J. Hill. Top 3 advance to our feature event tonight, and the winner of our feature event gets an automatic provisional into the 100-lap feature on Wednesday. This is a great time to be alive if you're a Quicktime Sprint Car Series fan, as Meadows is all over the bumper of Forster. Maybe little contact. No, slides to his inside. Meadows gets out of the groove, and now J.J. Hill to the inside of Meadows for the transfer spot.
Hill gonna put up his best fight here on Cody Meadows here for the transfer position. 4 laps to go as he'll try to reel him back in. Aiden Forrester now feeling the pressure from Tyler No.
Tyler No putting the pressure on Forster, as you said, and No, I feel like if there's anybody who can get their first career wins and first of the season, I'm predicting these top 2. I said it in race predictions over the weekend. I got these 2 both winning one of the races this week, and they're going off 1-2 right now here in Knoxville. No putting the pressure on him, picked up a 2nd place finish at Bristol, and if there was anybody to beat Aiden Kirker last week, I felt like it could have been No. He just didn't have enough laps for it. Forster down the backstretch for the final time. Going to come take his heat win. No, and Meadows going to transfer out with him. Hill, Gump, McCone, Coffee will be heading to the consolation races this evening as our first heat comes to a close. Aiden Forster going to be starting on pole for the feature this evening.
Yeah, great run for Aiden Forrester. I know his mom's usually out here watching his broadcast, and she's definitely happy for sure, so shout out to her. But here we go, Kelan setting the starting lineup for heat number 2.
Heat number 2. An impressive qualifying performance for Exo Consulting Rookie Year competitor for Turn 4 Motorsports out of Calgary, Canada. It's the Blue J.J. Mulder. Awesome for him to see him out here. He took advantage of going out early in qualifying, set the second best lap, starting first in his heat. Rolling off to his outside, the 07 Exo Consulting Rookie Year competitor for Elite Sim Sport out of Newville, Pennsylvania. It's the Dust Bowl, Caden Snyder.
And rolling off here in the 3rd position, 2nd on the inside, we have one of our returning veterans of the series from 4 Horsemen Racing in Jonestown, Pennsylvania. That is the 6 car of Caleb Morrissey, and to his outside, like you just mentioned in qualifying, Kelan, new addition to the series. That's the number 76 Exo Consulting Rookie Year competitor of Samuel Raber.
Rolling off 5th in this heat, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for Door Slammer Sim Racing out of Burbank, New York. It is the 26th of Michael Corbin. And to his outside, the 006 SSR Elite Sim Racing, the Shooting Star, Rylan Gray.
And starting shotgun here in the field tonight, that it will be the 069 from Ben Porsche Racing in Caddo Mills, Texas. $50, Sammy Yaya.
Getting ready to get underway of our 2nd heat of the evening. Aiden Forster taking home the first heat victory, as he's going to meet his starting lineup mate right here. Mulder and Snyder are going to lead him to the green. Caleb Morrissey, defending 2 Knoxville wins in the Knoxville Nationals last season, took home the Knoxville Nationals Championship, taking home the Night 3 feature win. Cody Meadows, the only other guy to pick up a win at this racetrack in the series. Mulder leads him to the green. We are underway in our 2nd heat of the evening. Snyder gets a nice jump on the outside, trying to close up side by side with Mulder. They're fighting for position as Snyder's going to take the lead. Morrissey to the outside of Mulder for the 2nd position.
Yeah, Samuel Raver had trouble on that restart there, and that was not too pretty for sure.
Around the outside of Mulder goes Michael Corbin for the transfer spot, and he's getting freight trained by Rylan Gray, going to take over that spot. Snyder's still in control, but Morrissey, we know he is so good at this racetrack, he's closing in on Caden Snyder for the race lead.
Yeah, Jay Mulder dropping back here to 5th after starting in the 1st position. I don't know if something maybe happened off the start of the green flag or what, but yeah, he's got to fight his way back in to be able to transfer himself into the main event.
Closing in, Rylan Gray taking over the 3rd spot from Michael Corbin right there last time around. Corbin trying to fight back for that spot as Caleb Morrissey closing in on Snyder. He takes the bottom, Snyder takes the top. They're going to be side by side on the front stretch here for the heat lead. Halfway home in the heat, Morrissey going to take it over. 2 times the winner at this racetrack last season. They were 2 of his 3 career wins in the series. Looking to try and notch number 3 at the Knoxville Raceway tonight. And so far, he's flying in this heat around the competition.
Yeah, flying for sure, obviously, and that iconic number 6 channel lock paint scheme for Morrissey. Gray still battling there, the shooting star in the second position, and Corbin holding strong there as he's now feeling the pressure actually a little bit from Jay Mulder for the transfer position. 2 laps to go.
Snyder was given the black flag off the initial start, as there he is right there for jumping the start of the race. Costello gonna wave the white flag one more circuit around for Morrissey. Gonna go through 1 and 2 for the final time. Morrissey, as we said, won here twice last season. Really did a great job at pacing the field, and he's really good here, and he's proven it here in his heat. Gonna take the heat win. Gray picking up second, and Corbin transferring out in third.
Great run for Morrissey there. Obviously, like you mentioned, the 2 wins last season for him, Kelan. He's definitely somebody you got to keep your eyes on for sure.
Oh, for sure, that is the case. As we get ready to set your starting lineup for our third heat of the evening, there's Joseph Costello right there.
Hey, Joseph.
Oh! Look at Joseph having fun down there as we get ready for our third heat of the evening. And that nice paint scheme right there. Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor from M&M Motorsports out of Bedford, Pennsylvania. It's the big unit points leader, Andrew May. And to his outside, the 06 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for HRI Helms Racing out of Biloxi, Mississippi. It's Garrett Cooper.
And starting them off there, second row on the inside, that will be the number 57 from Up North Esports, the Kamikaze Exo Consulting Rookie Year competitor, Austin Griffey. And to his outside, we have another Exo Consulting Rookie Year competitor from Barrett Sim Racing in Tinmouth, Vermont, the Mayor, James Barrett Jr.
And rolling off in the 5th position for Powerslide Motorsports out of Alston, New York, it is the Iceman, Aiden Kirker. And rounding out the field, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for Barrett Sim Racing out of Louisville, Kentucky, it's Shaden Krause. Nice paint schemes in this field, Shane. Of course, the T-Max scheme up on pole with Andrew May. Nice tribute to the 2004 Knoxville Nationals winner in Aiden Kirker right there in 5th. Very nice looking paint schemes here in Knoxville. Going to be enjoying seeing them as the week progresses all week long. Andrew May, the big unit, going to lead them to the green here. Kept his colors, so I mean, stuck true to the paint scheme. Costello gonna wave the green flag for him. Hold him, hold him, hold him. There you go. Green flag underway. In the third heat, Andrew May gets a nice jump. Easily gonna get out to the lead. Now the fight's on for second. Griffey to the inside of Cooper. And now Barrett Jr. gonna try to fight Griffey for third.
Yeah, James Barrett Jr. on a great run recently. Obviously had that top 3 finish at Bristol for the 41 machine. So he's looking to keep that going here as he battles for the transfer position with Austin Griffey.
Oh, Griffey making a nice move in front of James Barrett Jr. right there, taking over the spot. Really a stacked heat right here. A lot of guys capable of winning some races as Krause gets to the outside of Barrett Jr. for the 4th position. Teammates right there fighting for the 4th position. Krause was signed on there earlier today.
Yeah, congrats to him, obviously, on the big contract. As there he is, Austin Krause in the wall. Aiden Kirker.
Krause pinned Kirker up in the wall right there. And it's going to kill both of their runs right there. And now James Barrett Jr. Actually, Krause keeps it going. Kirker got the bad end of the deal, and I think Krause was really the one to be placed at fault right there. Andrew May continuing to stay in the lead.
Like you mentioned, Andrew May, the big unit up front there, number 31, M Machine. Obviously, like you mentioned, points leader. Great season for him so far. Really no complaints on the 31 camp there at all.
In control, Andrew May, the big unit. It's hard to not talk about this guy every single time I come out here. 18 races in the Quicktime Sprint Car Series this season. He's made the feature every single one of those nights. The only guy to do that this season. 2 laps to go for him. 3rd place finish at Bristol last week, 7th and a 3rd. Has not taken a checkered flag, however, since Lernerville on May 25th. A little bit of a win and drought when you talk about a dominant points leader. Absolutely has really put it on him this season and looking to take a heat win. White flag in the air for Andrew May. Going to drive it down the backstretch into 3 and 4 for the final time. Andrew May going to punch his ticket into his 19th feature race this season. Andrew May on to it. Cooper and Griffey transfer out with him. Aiden Kirker, the guy who dominated Knoxville last week, or Bristol last week, is going to head to the consolation races.
Yeah, he's got some work to do too.
He sure does, as he about got tail end right there. We get ready to set your starting lineup for our fourth heat of the evening. It's an all HRI front row from Dallas, Texas, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for HRI Helms Racing. It's Rylan Pearson, and to his outside teammate from Oak Harbor, Ohio, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor Randy Fritsch.
Rolling off here in the number 3rd position, another one of our veterans from Slider Dice Simsworth from Kokomo, Indiana. That is the Kokomo Comet, Caleb Nickel, and to his outside, an Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor from Barrett Sim Racing in Arcola, Illinois, Buckwheat, Aaron Trotter. And a nice little throwback there.
Oh yeah, great looking race car right there. A lot of people said that was the best of the best. Rolling off in the 5th position for Johnson Sim Sport Racing out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's Brandon Sampson, another Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor. And to his outside, the hot rod for Slider Die Sim Sports out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor, Joey Robinson.
All right, Kelan, heat number 3 here tonight. Obviously, a couple successful ones so far, but it ain't over yet.
Oh no, not for sure. Top 3 again advancing, and it'll set our 12-car field during our 4th heat of the evening. C main, possible. Top 3 will head to the B main in that race, and then we'll have the B main 12 laps to determine the final 8 in the feature. So, a lot of spots up for grabs. If you don't make it through the heat, you got a lot of pressure on you to make it through in the consolation C and B mains. How about this? John Helms got to be smiling down there. I know he's watching us from up there. He's got to be smiling watching his team lead him to the green flag here. Joseph Costello, green flag in hand. Start on him. Pearson and Fritsch going to lead him to the green. Nickel Trotter behind them. Pearson. Green flag. Fritsch gets a nice jump on the outside. Going to try to get around his teammate. Pearson throws a slider going into 1. Fritsch going to stay off his back bumper and just huddle in behind him, keeping that 1-2 alive. HRI Helms Racing battle on for 3rd.
Like you mentioned, battle on for 3rd here as you get a little view from the grandstands. Aaron Trotter there in 3rd with a charging Caleb Nickel and Joey Robinson behind him, and as those two are side by side.
Sampson didn't get a very good start. It's going to cost him some time back there. Nickel around the top side of Robinson. Now he's going to try to get around Buckwheat right there. Trotter holding down that 3rd spot. HRI Helms Racing running 1-2.
Back up front, like you mentioned, HRI Helms Racing. That's Rylan Pearson, obviously had a suspension. He had to serve in the 2nd night of Bristol, so we didn't see him last week, but here he is leading in heat number 3, obviously kind of leaving off where he was last time, and he's still keeping that 99 machine up towards the front of the pack.
Pearson in control. Battle for 3rd, however, is on. This for the transfer position. So Arcola, Illinois, Aaron Trotter, and the number 29 from Kokomo, Indiana, Caleb Nickel. They are fighting and jockeying for position there. Nickel trying to make his first feature race in quite a while. First race with us there. Trying to close the gap on Trotter for the transfer spot. Hasn't quite got there yet, as Fritsch continues to try and pursue Pearson, but Pearson is gone.
Yeah, he's gone for sure. Over a 2nd lead here for Pearson. As you see Nickel here, and that number Bass Pro Shops 20 throwback machine has 2 laps to go for Rylan Pearson.
Pearson dominant to this point as he's trying to pick up another heat win. Last lap for him. Pearson in control. Gonna wheel it off 4. Take home the heat win. He'll be starting 4th in the feature. Fritsch and Trotter head on to the feature. Rest of them gonna have to fight for position behind them.
Great run for Rylan Pearson, and he'll be starting off in the 3rd position in the feature event.
C main will be skipped tonight because we did not have enough race cars, but we will still have our B main this evening, our consolation race. Top 8 will advance to the feature. 6 going home as we get ready to set your starting lineup. Front row It'll be for Power Slide Motorsports out of Daytona Beach, Florida. It's the Gator, J.J. Hill, and to his outside, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year competitor for Turn 4 Motorsport out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's the Blue Jay, J. Mulder.
James Barrett Jr., number 41 machine there from Barrett Sim Racing in Timoth, Vermont. The mayor will lead him off in the fourth position, and Brandon Sampson from Johnson Sim Sport Racing in Phoenix, Arizona will start in 4th.
Cody Gump was supposed to roll off in the 5th position, but he has not graded up. I don't know if he's had an issue or not, but he will not be racing, so Jaden Krause will take his 5th spot. Raber in 6th. It'll be McHone, Nickel, Kirker, Yaya, Coffee, Robinson, and then Snyder rounding out the field. Pick your favorite driver. Hope they win.
I got
JJ
my eyes
Hill
on this guy right here. Number 17K, Aiden Kirker, starting 11th out of 14th. Got to make up a couple positions as top 8, like you mentioned. Kelan locked themselves in here, and he's definitely somebody you don't expect to be here towards the back end of the LCQ.
Man on a mission, trying to back up his Bristol performance and prove he's not a one-track warrior. You saw him absolutely destroy the field, really, last week at Bristol. Led all but about 8 laps in those feature events. Quicktime both nights. Took home a heat win and 2 feature wins. We'll see what Kirker can do back there, starting in the 9th position. Top 8 advanced league owner J.J. Hill and Jay Mulder, 2nd place qualifier, lead us to the green. Surprised to see Mulder back here. I thought after his qualifying effort, he'd just get in there easily into the feature. Hill and Mulder, Barrett and Sampson going to lead them to the green. We are underway in our consolation event tonight. As Hill takes the high side, James Barrett Jr. to his inside, Jaden Krause making the difference right there. 3 wide down the backstretch.
Oh, big wreck.
Oh my goodness, somebody just went for a massive ride as our only caution of the LCQ comes out right there.
Brandon Sampson, Jaden Krause, Aiden Kirker. Oh boy.
Nasty wreck on the backstretch for Jaden Krause. Luckily, this is virtual, so he didn't feel a thing, except maybe his feelings shattered. We'll try to get a replay here of what happened here on our AAB Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series replay system. Oh, that is massively unfortunate. Aiden Kirker, too. Wow, not how he wanted to back up Bristol.
No,
he has been.
Definitely not.
He went on a tear last week, sorry, and we're going to get a look at what happened here. That's Jaden Krause right there. In the middle, James Barrett Jr. gets up into him, sends him up and over. Brandon Sampson involved. Kirker gets tagged in it. Jaden Krause, nasty wreck right there. One you hate to see.
There's on board with Kirker. Make you dizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. On board. Yeah, on board with Aiden Kirker.
Looks like he had it figured out. Right there. Oh, he got tagged from behind. It wasn't even in the Krause wreck. Something totally different. Tags him.
Trying to see if we can get a view for that one.
Let's see. That's Nickel right there. Oh, he got into Yaya. Sammy Yaya turns him up into the 68 of Joey Robinson. And that's what causes that whole issue. 2 separate wrecks right there, so we're going to have a caution regardless. And unfortunate for those guys, their nights will come to an end. More than likely, J.J. Hill going to lead to the green.
Yeah, I took out a bunch of race cars. I think we had either 2 or 3 cars flip there. So, yeah, pretty interesting wreck for sure. Green flag back in the air for J.J. Hill as he'll lead.